Boys and girls of all ages, gather around. It's time for another episode of the Gamezebo Gazette. I'm Tom Christensen. Thanks for joining me for the second episode of the Gamezebo Gazette. You can find the link to last week's show, as well as links to everything else I'm about to cover in the video description. We've got a lot to talk about in today's episode, so let's jump right into things. Despite the fact that I grew up in the middle of Florida, I ain't never gone hunting, or even shot a gun, ever. So it surprises no one to hear that the Deer Hunter games never really appealed to me. Well, that's about to change with Dino Hunter, Deadly Shores. The Deer Hunter series' mobile publisher, Glue Mobile, announced earlier in the year that they are dropping deer for Diplodocus, which is the only dinosaur I could think of that starts with the letter D. Basically, they're letting players hunt dinosaurs. Hold on to your butts. Dino Hunter Deadly Shores releases on Android and iOS later this year. Hopefully Glue Mobile spares no expense, and Dino Hunter turns out to be one of the surprise hits of the year. Earlier in the week, Nadia reviewed the new Angry Birds game, which surprisingly doesn't involve the player flinging birds through the air. In fact, Angry Birds Epic is an RPG. The birds are all medieval, except the Blackbird Bomb, who just really wanted to be a pirate that day. They're all on a quest to recover their stolen eggs from the pigs. The game is primarily aimed at kids, though it does have a pretty serious difficulty spike which may actually deter some younger gamers. Unfortunately, Rovio decided to cover the difficulty spike by offering players access to in-app purchases, as well as temporary stat boosts for viewing advertisements. But Angry Birds Epic is a free-to-play game, so if you don't mind throwing a few bucks at the game or watching some ads, dealing with the difficulty spikes really won't be an issue for you. Overall, Nadia enjoyed the game. Even though it suffered from difficulty spikes and heavy-handed advertising, it was still the colorful, fun, and easy to pick up and play game that players have come to expect from Rovio. Angry Birds Epic earned 3.5 out of 5 stars. Now to switch tones for a little bit. This next game, it deals with some pretty serious stuff. I'm actually going to let the developer talk to you about the game for a little, because it'll be more impactful coming from him rather than hearing me talk about it. So here's Simon Carlson talking about his game, A Song For Viggo.
I'm creating a game about depression and about a parent who accidentally kills his own son. It's about Steve and Karen, a couple on their way home from their vacation who accidentally kills their own child. Their child name is Viggo. A Song for Viggo is about everyday life after a tragedy. How parents go through depression, OCD, infidelity, and other taboo subjects while coping with their everyday life. I'm not making a game where you save the world. I'm making a game where you follow the people in everyday life after a tragedy.
To ensure he gets the emotions right, Carlson has been consulting with parents who have lost their children, and even parents who accidentally killed their children. A Song for Viggo isn't going to be a fun game. It's going to be a rough and emotional journey, but it's the sort of game that propels narrative in video games forward, which in turn helps the industry advance more than a traditionally fun game would. A Song for Viggo is currently seeking funding on Kickstarter. So to end things on a lighter note, the GOG Summer Sale is going on and there's a lot of video games you can get for super cheap. As Jim pointed out in his article, summer doesn't start until next week, but GOG more than likely wanted to ensure their summer sale happened before the legendary Steam Summer Sale kicks off in a few weeks. Also, if you didn't know, buying games from GOG gives you direct copies of the game, so there's no BS DRM to worry about. There's daily deals and hourly flash deals going on through the sale. I'd tell you what's currently on sale, but the deals rotate so much that by the time you see this, they'll probably be different. I will tell you that there are over 700 games involved with this sale, and I'm seeing discounts up to 80% currently in effect. And apparently there's some games that are 90% off in the sale. So there's that. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to keep up with our latest video content. If you missed it earlier in the week, I posted a video of me running around in the dinosaur survival game, The Stomping Land, so check that out if you haven't. Also, visit Gamezebo.com every day to keep up with the latest industry news. Once again, I'm Tom Christensen. Thanks for watching.